Hello, my name is Carmen, I'm a cosplayer, and today I'm going to be taking you along on how I made my dream cosplay craft room. So this cosplay room makeover has been long overdue for myself, and I decided why not make a little video and take you along for the ride. So hopefully by the end of this video, you might feel a little inspired to clean up your own room or do your own makeover. Anyways, we're gonna go back to day one of this project, so let's get started. All right, so it is day one. I've already began doing a little bit of work, and as you can see, it is a huge mess right now. Don't judge my drawing, but this is more or less like the layout. I'm just gonna have two sewing and crafting tables, probably against like this wall or that wall, along with a cutting table, leaving some of the shelving unit back there in the corner, probably for all my fabrics. And then on this back side is where I would have a backdrop for any photo, video taking, and this like little cubby unit, not cubby unit, what am I talking about? This was supposed to be a closet, so in this closet unit, that's where it would be. I'm going to be getting rid of most of my furniture and getting new ones, so it's time to clean them all off. I was like 10 years old, and you can tell because there's all these doodles on here, and specifically the Triforce right here. So, you know, Zelda goes deep. And also, this is another thing that has been up since like 2012. When I first started doing cosplay, I don't know, Naruto had a grip over me, and I was so inspired, and I just cut it out from a magazine and taped it up on the wall. So, you know, love that. After moving out most of the furniture and covering up all my belongings, it was time to paint the walls that desperately needed some tender loving care. Unfortunately, no new paint color, but just touching up the walls with the same paint. And everything went by so much faster with the help of my dad. Oh, you know, video.
Oh, hi, video.
Everything got a fresh new coat of paint, and it was looking so much better. All right, so finished painting all of the walls and the floorboards. I got paint in my hair, awesome. But yeah, some of the furniture is gone. Got the new stuff in, good old Facebook Marketplace. And now it's time for more organizing. Finally, it's time to build some IKEA furniture. Now, IKEA furniture doesn't always work out, but when it does, it is so satisfying. Now for some totally real-time video footage. And finally, after a couple hours, they are all built and looking beautiful. So I ended up moving them around for some better space usage, and after I was happy with it, I could finally start putting my tools into the drawers. I'm keeping sewing supplies in the sewing table and crafting supplies in the crafting table. My machines got a little tune-up, and I could finally put them in and plug them in their place. And this extra unit tucked away in the corner is there to hold all my paints, foams, and any of my crafting tools as well. All right, so we have most of the desks in right now, and I have a lot of the fabrics here on this shelf. It's time to finally move on to organizing. I'm planning on rolling up all my fabrics into a nice bundle and having it on display rather than in a bin. I just feel like that's a better way for my brain to know what I have at all times rather than out of sight, out of mind in a bin. So let's get started. To do this, everything just got folded up lengthwise and then rolled and tied with its own fabric. And honestly, this was a great opportunity to kind of reevaluate my fabrics and cut off any strips or scraggly bits as well. Can you hear my cat? Tabby is my lonely senior cat, so don't worry, I gave her some attention and she's fine. And after many hours, I could finally begin to organize. Getting to finally have all my fabrics color coordinated and organized is so satisfying. Highly recommend doing this. Also in this shelving unit is some books, some notions and patterns, extra trims and ribbons, my various stash of interfacing and batting, and of course my steamer and iron. Now it's time for me to go through my cabbage patch of just scraps and fabrics I wouldn't ever use on a project, which I usually use for draping. I kept fabrics for future use and donated the rest of my fabrics to recycling. Now I'm in the final stages of just cleaning up and throwing away any trash. As mentioned previously in my plan, I got a beautiful gray backdrop that's about 90 inches wide. Thankfully, this was the easiest thing to set up on my own. And here's a little preview of what it looks like for photo and video taking. Shameless self-promo, but go check out my Instagram for the progress of this cosplay. To maximize space, I got this wonderful Joann's cutting table that is collapsible. To save time, let's just skip the boring build process. And she is all completed and looking so beautiful. Now, this is not a promo for Joann's, but I highly recommend this cutting table. It's collapsible, saves space, and it's really big, so I am able to work on most of my projects with this. Now, good lighting is so important for photo and video taking, so I got a nice softbox light on Amazon because that artificial lighting is more reliable. Here is a little before and after of lighting up a scene a little more properly. And finally, after many hours of work, here is the final results. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see future content like this, make sure to subscribe below. It really helps out my channel in the future, and to hit the bell notification if you want to be notified for any of my future uploads. Alright, so I really hope you all have a wonderful day and happy cosplay!